There we go. You made no roof. That's fair. I didn't have a true roof on mine for a while. Okay. You're in bed with a migraine. I won't be long, but I hope you have fun. Thank you. I think that fixing your migraine is more of a priority, but... yeah. Can we get Silksong, Mom? No, we have Silksong at home. Silksong at home. She's even got that, like... she's even got her, like, kind of outfit and leg style. It's weird. Obviously, this game was longed for, but I just find it funny the parallels between designers in stick legs and long red robes. Also, what the hell, Patrick? That's a wild thing to say. Oh, okay, color changed. The background has no color. I'm sorry, I'm shell-shocked by that comment, Patrick. Now, before we, like, truly start, there are a few things I wanted to do. So one, forgive me if I randomly press B instead of A. I've been playing too much Monster Hunter recently, and I have it with the... I had it with the controls reversed. Also, I think I'm gonna put chat on screen. More like, that username is really bad, and it looks like an imposter version of Nudgy, so... honestly, I didn't want chat to be super intrusive, but I feel like there's not a way to not do that. And I also feel like, check the account age. Oh yeah, I mean, it is all, but... I don't know, part of me wanted to put the chat there anyways, because any major, like, any means, like, major, or not even major title games, any, like, standalone games I like to put on YouTube. And I feel like when I'm talking to you guys, they probably have no idea what I'm talking about. And it's like a small, you know, it's because so much of my stuff goes up. So many of my standalone games at least go on YouTube. I want to do that. It won't be for everything, but at least for, I don't know, games like Alien Isolation are best. Gotta get a coffin for chat. I know, I need to get a whole, like, overlay. Or maybe You know how you can just project the screen? I need to get a background drawn. And then just put you guys on like a little projected TV. I can run now and jump. I need to back up my screen a little bit. It's kind of messing with me. What's today's game about? Oh god, I just said it earlier. So I don't know much about the game, but the store page. Does the game completely freeze when I alt tab? It does. It says Gris is up. Gris is the character's name. It's also the game's name. Gris is a hopeful young girl, lost in her own world, dealing with painful experience in her life. Her journey through sorrow is manifested in her dress, which grants her new abilities to better navigate her fated reality. So I imagine I'm gonna repeat this a few times probably. I can imagine it's probably like a short indie platformer. Where the whole premise that all we saw was the cutscene before the sudden cease. You got in right at the right time. Also, a recipe aside, I don't think I fully recognize you being here. What are you doing? Is it? I always forget what time zone it is for you, but isn't it kind of late? Yeah, you get the grist of it. Perfect. Look, inside of everyone there's two Gris. One looks back and one looks forward. M has crabs. Honestly, if you have to choose between going backwards into a cloud of nothing and going forward and you find weird shaped crabs, I take the shaped crabs. You've played the game before, you just wanted to make the pun. Do you think the game's good? You can make really tiny hops, that's so strange. It was enjoyable. Well, I hope I enjoy it too, because I've been waiting to play this game for literally years. Wait, I'm sorry to alt-tab again. This game's been out for 7 years now? Officially 7 years and 10 days. 11 days. And I've been waiting all of that time since launch and before launch, when I learned about it, to play it. Also, I guess you wouldn't really call it like cinematography, but like the positioning of the character and like the grand scale of. I love lonely worlds with a character you don't understand with a grand grand background to it, and like megalith structures. I'm a bit weak to that. I enjoy Risk of Rain to a degree. I prefer the gameplay in that. I don't really like the art they went with. I really liked how they did the first game, but I think they lost some of that you have no idea what's going on, like lost feeling that came with Risk of Rain 2, and maybe that's just the multiplayer. How do you go down? Can I not? Oh, you can. You just hold down. I know I'm going back when I feel it. This game isn't like a few others I can imagine, but I'm gonna get that feeling of like, oh, I feel like I should go right, so I'll go left, and then it's like, oh, but in reality, right was actually a dead end, and you're supposed to go up. So, but then I feel like I don't want to miss out on anything. Like I like that, because in this case you can't go right. I mean, obviously, I love games that do two things. One is let you go wherever you want and has a bunch of discoveries. But two, doesn't hit you with things where it's like, oh, you passed this trigger or this flag and suddenly you can't go back. Like one of the things I had a hard time with Alien Isolation was I wanted to explore a lot of things on top was also struggling with the alien. But at certain parts, after going a step farther, you lose out on the things that you had already passed, and you had no choice. It might be a result from it being a sequel. If you played Risk of Rain 1, there isn't much new story. Well, I don't expect more new story, but I feel like we lost ambiance. Also, I need a new monitor, one that's not so colorblind, because I can see the dot here, but I cannot see the one I can barely see the one in the middle there. Problem with games where I can collect things is I get anxious about missing in the flinch thing, yeah. And you know, missing things is perfectly normal for games. But on the other hand, you know what else sucks? Oh, that's cute. Wait, okay, hold on. This is amazing. There's no explanation. I mean, there might be explanation to it. But is this a save points? Or is it a secret? Or is it something I'll never know? Yeah, but so Risk of Rain 2, I feel just lost in the ambience, ambiance, whatever you call it, that the first had. Like, it turned more about the action and less about the actual, like, background and mysteriousness. Oh, well, how was I going so fast? That's crazy. So theoretically, could I have jumped on that manta ray's back? But yeah, so I love games of tons of hidden collectibles to death, but if you permanently lose out on being able to collect them, that's when it sucks. One thing I liked about Stray is that you could go back in levels and you'd have to redo parts of them, etc., but you could still go back to them. And I don't mind it where you're locked out temporarily. Like, you reach an area, you go through, there's a cutscene of selling that part, it's CLF, and then later you can come back to it whenever you want. But ones where it just straight out cuts you out and there's no possible chance of getting that collectible if you miss it, just suck. Were it 4 points? Okay, okay, then I genuinely didn't see one. I can certainly try. That's true. And Noida has a hands too. A lot of games like using hands. I had that with Senua's Sacrifice. Finished the game and realized I missed one storyteller. Sorry to Altan. Senua's Sacrifice. Senua... Oh, Hellblade? Hellblade's another game I have to play. I'm gonna have to do a lot of cutting in the YouTube cut of this because I keep pausing. I love the watercolors. And I love these little bird things. A color has been brought back. So is that our objective? We're bringing colors back? I have a feeling I kind of understand the analogy already, but I have two different versions, and one is depression, and that one's okay to talk about. The other one is not. But, I mean, one causes the other, so. Oh, can you get over there? Okay, I'm assuming this is talking about that thing I didn't really understand from earlier. Okay, that's cool. I like this. Yeah, man, and then, back onto that with Senwa's sacrifice. If you finish, in that case, do you have to redo the whole game to get the last one? Or is it one of those things where, like, you have to get all of the pillars in one playthrough for, like, an achievement or something? Because that sucks, too. Okay, I see. Yeah, redo the whole thing? Good lord. Okay, there's a lot here. Oh god, okay. Okay, up first. This game's gonna have a lot of, it looks like there's a lot of free choice in what direction you go. Possibly. Though, on the other hand, I am only going one direction now. But it looks like up might be not possible. And then I'll find, like, an ability to double jump, probably. Who knows? 1 second. I have a feeling you can't go back, guys. I have a feeling I might not be able to go back. Speaking of... Well, you have to reset until you find it. You missed it really late into the game, which means you basically just have to reset. Oh, that's amazing. I love this framing, too. Like, the sun is... Like, just that whole bit, because the sun is so far away, you can always have... Like, it looks like it's following the character, but it's just that... from... It's almost like the camera's... I mean, obviously, the camera's following the player's perspective. So, and with the sun being so large, it's just that whole, like, projecting it, so you always seem like you're in the middle. And from a design and perspective, they probably just have it following the horizontal left and right movement of the plane. But from, like, a literal perspective, it seems super cool. Because they might have it just on, like, a rail that moves when they want it. Oh, there's a staircase here. Free me. I'm not controlling this anymore. I want to see a third direction of looking, because she can only look left and right, but it'd be cool if during the cutscenes she could look forward and backwards. Part of me is curious too, because I feel like, like I said, I've been waiting. Oh my god, there was something to the side there. Possibly. I'm really curious as to what that is. But... oh my god. Part of me really wonders if doing this as, like, a stream thing versus as a standalone experience degrades from my experience with it. You know, it's almost things where, like, I'm talking to you guys, and I'm paying partial attention to chat, and because of that, I lose out on, like, the full immersion experience that comes from a game like this after waiting so long to play it. But at the same time, I don't know how much I value that solo immersion experience. Because I also don't like playing games alone. And this is kind of a way to avoid that. Like, I am technically playing a game alone, but you guys are here, you know, it's like, it's not so much that the game, it's not so much whether I'm playing a game alone, but whether I'm with people while I'm playing it. So to say, hi Alien, it's been forever. How have you been? I'm sorry I've been missing for like 2 months. It's almost been 2 months. It might be about 2 months now, but... Oh yeah, I don't remember who said it, but somebody was suggesting that maybe one of the goals be, like a stream where we draw our own emote. And I was thinking that's a good idea, so that'll probably be a stretch goal, I'm thinking. It's something that's simple. Of course I'd admit that. I don't see a reason not to admit it. Mexin, hi. Nice to meet you. Thank you for the follow. I like this part. Another reason I like the red here is this kind of reminds me of that, like, Mars sand dune thing. Also, this one on the inside did not spin with the rest of any. Which is... Hello, and you're most welcome, my friend, for the follow. Yeah, thank you, my friend, for the follow. I think this is really cool design. Because it shows that these are safe zones because the wind isn't blowing into them. So the fans tell you when it's about to happen, and then the spots where the fans don't blow, it's kind of telling you like where a safe zone is. And then here's a checkpoint for when you get blown back. Oh my god, a dart to the face. That's so violent. I know I'm the one who put it there, but that's so violent. You're silly yeah. So, I'm gonna do it, I think for stretch goals. No, you don't have to worry about that. I think it's funny. Artie and Jiro are super kind, and they both are just super friendly, and it's important to be friendly. But I was thinking if we'd be doing the draw my out emote thing as just like a goal on its own. Just like an early goal, like maybe a 10, and we just do a short thing where we draw it. But I figured that we can just do it as like a stretch goal. And then we could just have a whole stream where I'm just drawing. And we'll do an emote on top of that. Or at least try. But I'm not good at art, so... There's like, based on inspiration, there's a 50-50 chance on whether or not it's gonna take me 30 minutes or 4 hours to make an emote. You get what I mean? There's a certain level of like, we might as well make it longer, and then if there's time afterwards, I just do more with it. So that's interesting. So does that other one, let's see, okay, does the other one low end? It does. Like games like this are so common in an age where chaos games reign. Yeah, I know, I was just talking about that with not being good at will add to the immersion. That's true, it is heckin' windy. I was just talking about that with Risk of Rain. Oh, I don't have... Interesting, okay. I'll keep going this way. I was just talking about that with Risk of Rain, where the first game... The first game had this certain level of mysticality and calmness and confusion and being lost. And I think, to a degree, it lost that with the second game, and it became a lot more of like an action chaos. And I don't mind that too much, but what I really liked about Risk of Rain was that great feeling of being lost. Like, there's a boss fight game where it's just like a boss rush. I think it's called Lost Ruins. I could be wrong. I'm gonna Alt-Tab, it's gonna freeze the game. Forgive me. But it's not called Lost Ruins. Lost Ruins is a different game. I own that though, so I will be playing that. Did I change my full screen? No, that's rough. Okay, I can't do voided window. I don't remember. It's ruined something. But, you know, I think the whole point is that it's a boss rush. But a lot of it is just being lost. Oh, Tunic's a great example. It's very calm, and there are boss fights, but a lot of it is just about the point of being lost. You don't know what you're doing, you don't see you don't know any of the controls, you learn them on your own. They barely even tell you about the instruction booklet. Oh my god, this itself is a crab thing. Is it caught and recently mobily added their charge like DNZ? DMZ is air, but it's alright. It's alright. It's always about plan and execution, a strategy, so it gets my head a swivel. That Rail has legs. The Rock doesn't in fact have legs. And who are we to judge the Rock for having legs? The Rock should have legs. I believe the Rock deserves to have legs. I used to, when I was younger, like I'm old, but I was, hold on. Anyways, I say it like when I was older, like, if I was old, but in reality, oh, don't tell me I had to do this from above. But when I was in high school, I did have to fall from above, didn't I? That's interesting. So I could redo the game and... Is there really no way to get this now? Damn, that sucks. Maybe there's a way... Because maybe... I don't know if these are collectibles or like waypoints. If they're waypoints, I can get that one. If it's a collectible, I have to redo the game. But when I used to, like when PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds came out, I used to be a huge fan of that. And it just didn't do it for me, honestly. Like nowadays, I just can't. I can't play games like that anymore. It's too much chaos. It's not really what I want. I say that even though I play games like Monster Hunter, and Monster Hunter can be full of chaos, but... I'll say my gaming spree started with the PlayStation 3 and games. But the games I mainly had was racing. That is insane. Hold X. Okay, I can go back for its sake. Does that also mean I can... That's so funny. I'm Cube. Guys, I am Cube. Monster Hunter is chaos, but I think there's a lot to it where it's kind of like dancing. Where if you know what the monster is doing, you can kind of dance with it. I have... Maybe I'll grab some clips from when I was playing Monster Hunter with my friend. I was using Dual Blade, which is kind of rare for me. But I was using a set where the closer you dodge in the heat of battle, where like right when they attack you, if you dodge through it, you get bonuses to your combat stats. No. Yeah, I am the Tungsten Lemon Cube. Oh, I can shuffle while I'm doing it too. I have like 200 and something hours in PUBG, because I used to love the hell out of it, but... Yeah, well, to a degree, like, every weapon has a different playstyle, obviously, and some of them are a lot more aggressive. But some of them are really patient, and you just kind of sit there, and you can do really good jobs fighting monsters if you just follow certain patterns. Oh, I have to keep moving. It has to become cube. You know what? This is like the Tom and Jerry cube. You know when he eats the cheese and he goes the cheese shank? style's more attack first. Playing in the moments and stuff like Greatsword works for me. Yeah, I like Greatsword too. Greatsword, I played the entirety of World with Greatsword. I love that. Can I get it to rain? I'm gonna go this way first, because I don't know what's down is... Okay, this way is gonna doom me, so... Both ways doom me, I'll choose the side that's maybe not as obvious to everyone. I feel like they did a good job with shields in this game, or in Wilds, because of Perfect Guide, it lets the weaker guard weapons have more free-flowing and cool guard effects. Maybe I shouldn't have gone down. Oh well. Either way, I was stuck going that direction, I believe, so... Maybe I get a new color and I get to shoot straight up. Can I break all of the pots? But what if I want to go back in? I feel like I'm missing out on so much. I don't know what's happening either. Can I slide with the cube? Dude, they need... I'm so upset Wigglers aren't in Wilds. I'm gonna be honest. Wilds is a very cool game. But I feel like there are certain things where they just chose... Like, they were like, okay, so this game's gonna be about the ruins of ancient Liberia. And then they just went so heavy into it during the storyline that they almost forced themselves out of creativity. Like, World had this, again, I know it's like World had this level of like, what's going on to it, but you couldn't really tell what was going on in the beginning other than just exploring the world. And then in Wilds, it's just like, there's this, it's all about Arczel. It almost feels like they took the same format that World had about like, oh, here's Nerdigante, here's a looming threat, here's Nerdigante again, here's a looming threat. And then they just boiled it down with Arcvel. Like, it feels, Guide was a step away from the traditional Monster Hunter game. And I think those risks they took in those steps made it truly unique. And I feel like they're trying to standardize what that new Monster Hunter style is. And by doing that, they actually lost a lot in Wilds. And it doesn't make it a bad game. But to me, it feels closer to Rise than it does to Wilds. Especially when it comes to things like they were so heavily focused on the ecology, and living worlds, and all of that. And then somehow I feel as though this world is more Hino and less realistic than the one in World. The one in World purely existed. It wasn't sans there. It was just there, and there was an ecology. And then in Wilds, they're like, oh yeah, and the environment changes, but then the environment was tied against the Wyverians thing. But then there was a day and night system and the weather changed, but there's like no season system or anything like that. It doesn't have to be wild, like it could just have snow or like, etc. Or even no snow, just like sparser populations and stuff, but I feel like they looked at ecology and nature at such a showy baseline view from somebody who never really looks at nature outside of from a modern city. And I think that cut away from what they did in World, because in Worlds there was so much of it that the whole point was just you don't have any clue. And, the environment existed just because it could. There was a forest. Why was there a forest? Because there was a forest. And, some people might say that's lazier to say, but to a degree, nature isn't design. And I felt like they got closest to that nature isn't designed feeling when they were in playing Worlds. I don't know if that makes sense. And they did cut stuff because they have to add a DLC. But, I think when they made Worlds, every Monster Hunter has had an expansion of some kind. In the older games, it wasn't really called an expansion and was more of it was an added game on top of itself. You'd have Monster Hunter and then Monster Hunter, I think it was called G or something like that. And they added the G, right? So there's always, to a degree, been a bit of a, expansion, even though for it to be a full game. I should have waited for that. I was being impatient. So, to me, it just feels like just a bit of a cop-out, almost. And it disappoints me, because I was so excited for Wilds, and it feels really shallow. It feels heavily affected by the marketing team. And, oh my god, does it have monetization issues. Obviously it's not pay to win. Correct. I get back up there? I can probably climb this, right? No? Oh no, I guess I can do it this way. It's not pay to win, but god, is it monetized. Let's put it, so, a few issues. So with the story ending, you got immediate access to Ardean weapons. Ardean weapons are better than base weapons by a far margin. I think I lost down on some, or no, I can just, okay, it's not bad. But, because of that, people aren't using the monster weapons, and everyone is using monsters that look the same. So they got this almost, I want to say they got this fatigue over similar looking weapon skins. So then eventually they finally added, hey look, you can see me. They finally added the ability to transmog your weapons, which is great, that fixed that issue. But then, they added they're starting to add cosmetic armor and weapon skins to the DLC list. And that was something that there was right at the end, I think midway through Rise they added it, and then they went and rolled back and added it to Rise. And people bought it, so now they're adding it to... Now they're adding it to Rise, or it's to Wild, and normally that doesn't seem like an issue. Now it's content, so content is good. And the more people buy that kind of stuff, the more people are the more they see, oh, we can just... I wonder if she's fun. The more people buy that stuff, the more you get into these situations when they realize that people are willing to pay for cool skins. And then you get those games where all of the... They're oh yeah, there's free skins, and they all look like crap because you can buy better skins. Diablo 4 is a great example. They said that their monetization was only going to be in the shop, and then all of the base game armor looked really bad, and then they made okay armor in the shop. It's cooler now, but I don't play it anymore. And then they added a battle pass. Did I miss one of these? I don't think I was looking. So I get worried about that with Rise, because I don't want the base game to be like, oh yeah, your weapons are like kind of cool, but not really, because we're gonna try and sell you cosmetic weapons in the shop. Like and again, people are all like, oh, World wasn't that good at launch and everything too, and it's like, yeah, and Iceborne definitely helped. But I actually really liked Iceborne, or I really liked World at launch. Okay, it was that. So I get concerned, because to a degree you can see how much their marketing team and the idea of needing to make money is affecting the design of the game. And it always starts slow. Like this game, it's not going to be that big of an issue, but next game it might be worse. And if there's a game after that, it might be even worse than that. And I think in part of that fanfare, they added the focus mod, because they're like, oh, it's realistic that the monsters need to have like true wounds that you can cut into. And then that was perfectly fine. And for a lot of weapons, it's just kind of a subsidiary. But for some weapons, they like ingrained it so heavily into the kit that it's like a significant importance. Because, like for instance, in World, because of the Clutch Claw being added in Iceborne, which I think the game kind of got hurt by the Clutch Claw, and by kind of, I mean it really did. By getting hurt by the Clutch Claw, the Greatsword kind of became this true charged slash engine, where all you did was just true charge slash over and over. And it was kind of monotonous. And I think because of that, they kind of nursed how much damage Greatsword does in the future games. And then they realize that without the ability to get into easy true charge slashes, it needs to have something. So then in Wilds, they're like, okay, well, it's the same old Greatsword, because we love same old Greatsword. It's very basic, and that's the appeal to it. It's kind of like Garen in League of Legends. The appeal to him is the simplicity and managing in other ways. But, because of that, they're like, okay, here's focus strikes. Focus strikes, oh, that's cool. Focus strikes immediately put you to a true charge slash, because without them, Greatsword can, depending on the monster, can actually have a really hard time getting a true charge slash out, which is totally fine. Because ads suck. I'm sorry about that. And again, depending on the monster, you're supposed to have a harder time using certain weapons. Like, that's natural. But it's to the point where, like, for instance, with Gore Magala, it's almost impossible for certain weapons to actually, like, do their kits. They just have to sit there and shield for 90% of it. I just kind of do, like, both at the same time. Oh god, I didn't even look over there in that corner, I think, in the last area. Do I go back for that? I'm gonna go back, I'm sorry. I'll be rambling the whole time, so I'm sure you guys are fine with it. I did go back, okay. So, with the Greatsword, that's how you get the true charge slash, and that feels kind of rough, I'd say. And then, Insect Glaive, they're like, okay, naturally you need to get your powder somehow. You can do it in normal traditional ways, and that's totally cool. But then, on top of that, some monsters have really hard spots to hit. Like I guess Gravios is a great example. The only white spot for white powder on Gravios is his toes. It's not even his full foot, it's just his toes. How do I get that? Oh, can I just... I didn't realize. Okay. Wait. And then I do a short hop. But yeah, so, and then some weapons don't need it at all, like bow, it's completely useless, but bow is really good at hitting multiple wound spots at once. And for a lot of people, especially those with weakness exploit, breaking all of the wounds immediately is a bad play. Like a really bad play. So I need to do. Kind of. I don't know how I do that, but... So there's this, like, imbalance that shows up. I think I just need to rush up, so I'll let it go as low as it can. But yeah, so then, I don't know, I just feel like wounds were too focused on for certain weapons. And then some monsters are completely trivial because of the wounds, and some monsters you can only fight because of the wounds. I just hope, I hope they kind of escape from that style when the DLC comes out. Because again, part of it is just fanfare, it was all hype. There's so many mechanics I feel that showed up in Wilds because they wanted to hype the game up. And that's because they're trying to reach a more modern audience. But you know, it's not like they didn't have a lot of players, but the thing is, all of the diehard Monster Hunter fans were 100% going to play the game anyways. So, to a degree, it's like, why even worry about that? I was kind of hoping I could go down. Holy, dare I? Damn, no I cannot. Is all like frame one thing where if you land on the ground at the same time? No, okay. So, I don't know. I really like Wilds, but the direction they went in just felt a lot rougher than I think it, you know, I think they kind of lost their way to a degree. InDevs never designed their own the diehard to say, well, yeah, I know, I think that it's less so much about diehards and more just about, like, Monster Hunter has a dedicated community. Even if not everyone in that community plays, they usually all come back from the next game. But they were so heavily focused on getting a newer audience that I feel like they just kind of left they're saying they're trying to find a balance between new and old players, and then to me it genuinely felt like they just went, oh, the old players can play whatever we give them, so let's just cater to new players. Also, that's crazy. He has a new rock. I think he was getting a little too big for the old rock, so I think he deserved this rock. But so then, and I mean, it's true, no matter what they do, the old players will play, or at least buy the game, and if that's all they care about, then that's what they got. And I think the devs realized that, and I think that's one of the reasons that, I don't remember his name, but that's the reason that the head of the team apologized like that, despite it not exactly, you know, being his fault, because there's more than just him to the whole company. But I think they realize that they need their diehard community and they're just regulars more so than they need the new players, because the new players get drawn in, but then there were a lot more players, older players than they thought there would be. Even if it just came from Worlds. And yeah, I did get him a new ROF. I'm very happy about that. Can I know right here? Or, sorry, left here? No. So, you know, to a degree, I think they were off on their design philosophy. And I hope that they realize that. And that's all I'm asking. Like, when they do their next it does need more cube. When they do their next game, I can only hope that when they do the next game or the next DLC, I can only hope that they understand just how heavily that the design philosophy affected them. I stand on these. Can I go all the way up, or is it only gonna let me jump from here? I have a feeling that they have you jump from that spout and it's not high enough, so you have to get all the way up here. It doesn't need more cube, it just needs more height. That's pretty. But yeah, I don't know. I'm passionate about conversations like that. And I hope to God they add more monsters. And one thing I'm concerned about is early Iceborne had a variant issue, I'd like to call it, where they were just doing like Viper, Toby, Kodachi, and other stuff. And it's like, cool, you do need variants of new tiles. I do agree with that, but please don't make the DLC just pull back old monster variants. Old monsters are cool, like Gammoth. I'd love Gammoth. They brought back Laddie, they better bring back Gammoth. But I think AI would solve. Oh god, it would solve the problem, but in like a 2 + 2 = 3 kind of way. But yeah, like I just, it's just entirely like the DLC will come out sometime next year. I don't know when that'll be. New color, I think. I'm gonna be honest, I really liked the pure red wine. I was green. And yes, some of this was blue, to be honest. But, it entirely depends on what the area they make for the DLC is, and I hope it's more than one environment, because I feel like they have a bigger team now, and the game is popular enough that they can afford to do that. But also, it gives you... I don't know why I was muted there. How long was I muted for? I mean, you guys can still hear me, but how long did I have the mute icon on me? Has it been a while? I hope it hasn't been a while. Surely that just... That's so strange. I saw it. Okay, perfect. They caught it early. But yeah, I hope they add more... Okay, 6. So I hit that by accident. And then I, immediately rectified it. Unless that was ABG. I have ABG just because it's a free security system. And, every time it pops up, it mutes me in Discord, which will, if you guys see, give me that little mute icon. You guys can still hear me, because the audio isn't coming through Discord. But my dad, Fuji, wouldn't will Masudi. So... Oh, hey, I know where we are. That's fun. Okay, this game's cool. But, because they have a bigger selection of people, I do hope that they, truly, really try to improve upon their DLC. Iceborne was a great DLC. But I feel like, with the game being bigger, and with more monster expectations from players, it would be really nice if they actually recognized that and kind of went, okay, well, we'll work on it. Okay, I'm trying to think back, so I can't go this way. Was there anything we missed? I think we didn't miss anything before this temple, except for falling really far down, and I think it's too late to come back from it, and I think that might have just been a background piece that I missed and not like or maybe like a developer secret, but... And I feel like we have the big enough team that they could realistically not be super crunched. I think go back this way. Okay. While making the DLC and giving it more than one environment. Because I think Iceborne did something. I love how Iceborne did it. I'm gonna keep saying that. But, making it an ice area meant that only certain monsters could appear. And I'd love another ice area Kvetnin's Gameth, and we could see all the other fun idiots that are in ice areas. But I'd love to see a few... I would really like to see a few environments. Or even just... Because, I think they did it with the Guiding Lands. There were a bunch... Even though the Guiding Lands is a bit of a mess and didn't make any sense. I just want to be able to see... Oh, I see. I just want to be able to see more monsters. And I think, it's kind of like Smash Ultimate. Smash Ultimate, they said, is their final game. But realistically, even without Sakurai, it's not going to be the final game. Because money. But the question is, after that, what do you do? Because Ultimate had a huge cast. So, does that mean that the next one will have a huge cast as well, or will they cut characters? And if they cut characters, that means they're going to lose people. So, of course, that means they're going to have to add all the characters again. Yeah, exactly. It is one of the most defining. And that's what I'm saying. Because of how defining it is, and because of how many fans there are, just by excluding characters, they're going to lose a lot of players, which means they're either going to only exclude characters like Duck Hunt, which have very small communities, but that will also isolate those communities. Or they'll just have to include a massive Cassian. So that makes me think of things like, I think Monster Hunter Generations, obviously it wasn't a great game, but a lot of people's standards, the pacing was off and everything because of how many monsters there were. Swish. But I feel as though maybe that's the right way to do it if we can slow down the pacing a little bit. Monster Hunter is a great example, like Smash, where having a lot of the older casts, when it comes to, in this case, monsters, is super pleasant, and it makes it, it's a crazy new experience for new fans, and it's nostalgic for old fans. So that hits what they want, where they're trying to reach both old and new players. And they can do that with old monsters. New monsters too. But what I'm concerned about is that the DLC will be heavily plagued with only old monsters or only new monsters and miss out on the other, which I feel like would be a mistake. Also, the ground here looks like the Lorax. Well, Dr. Seuss in general. The way the fans treat Smash, the way Nintendo treats Smash fans, I can only see it ending poorly. Here's the issue though. Smash fans are also really messed up to the developers. Like, they harassed that whole Waluigi thing that happened with Ultimate. I'm gonna be frank, they should have just added Waluigi. I think spiting the community and not adding Waluigi was a bad move for the professional perspective. I could totally understand it from like a, hey, you guys are harassing the hell out of him and he doesn't deserve to be harassed and therefore should be punished to a degree over it. And I hope that it was the right choice, but at the same time, I very much think that it was Golly. And then, well, he was a support item in Morale as well, so he's been there for a while. I think he was in 4 as well. But I think it was smacking the hand of the vocal minority that was harassing him, and in turn hurting the rest of the community, which was actually relatively tame about it. But, that's how social media works. It might seem like it's the most popular issue, but in reality, there's going to be a lot of people who don't engage in that content that you can't even see. And because it's data you can't really quantify to a degree, then it makes it hard to measure using those people. But I think you should never build a game, and most companies do this already. You should never balance or build a game according to the popular demand of social media, because that is only a minority of players, and it's only the minority of players willing to talk about it. And, if it's not going to hurt you in the end, you can do it. But, like the way they punished regular players because there were a bunch of people memeing about Waluigi and then sending him death threats over it is insane. Those people themselves were the issue. In my experience, the best way to get developers to do it better when they're being greedy or annoying the community makes fun of them. That is true. I'm not saying it's not the right thing, but I also think that the problem is there were people who went too far. I'm gonna go down, see what's down here. There were people who went way too far with it. It went past making fun of and mocking greedy developers, and went straight into threatening someone who was not even in control of the main development of the game. But simply didn't change their ways, so they were mocked off for a year. Yeah, they went too far, and they targeted somebody it wasn't even their fault. And that's why I think the issue is. Oh, that doesn't exist. Okay. And I'm afraid that they'll do something like that with Monster Hunter. Like, I feel like the Geek Cruise, to me, I can't tell if it was they had enough time to make it, but I can't tell if it was like because of the fan demands for it, or if they had already planned on putting it in. It felt like, to a degree, maybe it was like hype. Like, there was like an inside hype where the company themselves made some account and started pushing for hype for Geek Cruise in the community. Because there was already they had to, add it, but there was a place that was suitable for him. To a degree. I don't know, it's just... Oh, I missed that completely. It's just one of those things where I don't want the, really loud minority of players who don't really, truly like the game, they just want the things they want, to be the ones determining what is going on in the game. Because they don't... Oh, interesting. How do I... Oh, that's how. Duh. It's just... It makes no sense to be a bad person. Making fun of a company for their greed is enough. But I think... a lot of people don't understand how much of it is the developer's fault and how much of it is just being pushed because it's the financial decision. Because developers are only doing what they're told to develop. A great example is League of Legends, again. Oh my god, he just murdered that thing! Unless it was just an apple, but it looked like he murdered it. A great oh, is it gonna eat me? Or is it hide it? You gonna eat me? No. A great example is League of Legends. There were some characters that haven't been touched in literally, hadn't been touched in almost a decade. And the only reason they got any changes, right, I'm talking about walking animations. For instance, Victor walking animations change. And the only reason he got it was because the developer was messing around on his spare time. And he threw it on Twitter, at the time Twitter, and the community loved it, so they pushed it. But the only reason that exists, and LeBlanc too, and Zin actually, The only reason those exist is because of this guy working on a spare time, and it wouldn't have worked anyways. And I know you meant the company when you said that, but so many people just go, oh, it's the developer's fault, the developers are pushing this, etc. Like with the whole Harry Potter game, what the hell is it called? Hogwarts Legacy? There was this degree of, like, punishing the developers for working on the game based on the ideas of J.K. Rowling. And it's like, yes, she did make the series, and she has a certain amount of creative leeway, but there is a certain degree of it where if she wants to make a game, she has to listen to the people in marketing because they know how to make the most money. And I genuinely think J.K. Rowling probably cares a bit more about money than she does about all of the fiasco. But at the same time, she already gets her royalties. Yeah. And then, yeah, harassing anyone who played it is a great example. It's not the fault of Harry Potter fans that they who love the series. Yeah, she controls a ton of creative control, but it's important. I think a lot of people don't realize how painful it is for people who were fans of Harry Potter for her to suddenly become like that. Like, when she made Harry Potter and the series, she had issues, obviously. You can see it in her writing and how she words certain characters. But she wasn't openly, like, transphobic or anything like that. And it kind of snapped in later. But to a degree, like, I don't know, it's... You have to punish the game, but at the same time, I think it's one of those things, it's hard to explain it. In late-stage capitalism, where we are, you either need a mass of protest, or it's not gonna work. And no matter how much people said about that game, there wasn't enough dissent. So I'm not going to go too crazy into that because that leads to politics and issues like that. But let's some apples. But the point is, attacking the developers and attacking the people who bought it was not the right choice. Attacking people in general is not the correct choice. But come on, what? Oh, that's a door again. Attacking people and the developers is not the right choice. Attacking people in general is not my right choice. I think he is copying me, and it's extremely cute. I think that that's something you're supposed to do with a publishing company. Like, the publishing company themselves is supposed to recognize that she's not a good person to do games off of. But at the same time, again, there's this level of, like, you're punishing a series that a lot of people like because of the owner, who is already rich, and she's already making a ton of money, and she'll be making royalties for her entire life. And you're not going to change the kind of person that she is. So to a degree, does it actually matter to boycott that game? And to a degree, the answer is yes, because it shows publishers that you aren't supposed to support, you aren't supposed to financially support people who have bad narratives in their lives and support bad narratives. But at the same time, it's very unlikely that it's actually going to affect anything. How did he get up there? Like, her life is going to change very little, whether that game succeeds or not. And the trade-off is... it's unknown variables. And it's not okay to assume based on unknown variables. Because the game could cause publishers to be more accepting of transphobic views. Or it could not, and not affect it at all. Yeah, they can use the money on the things they believe in. But you can't exactly pump money. It's complicated. And again, the point I'm making is that her life and how much money she makes isn't changing drastically. Is really not changing drastically based on how much she makes off of that game. I love this little thing. Like, we're talking somebody with a major series that's popular around the world. Because of this game, she might... if the game flopped, she might lose like 1 to 2% of her total value. And... are you okay, buddy? Come on, get on. She might lose like 1 to 2% of her total value in game. She's not going to lose anything from it, because she's not the one putting money into it. So all she stands to do is gain. There is no losing for her. And her ability to affect others is a variable you can't predict. The game was successful, and we're not seeing more developers producing games like that. The protests that were seen, I'm not saying not protests, I'm saying the protest that was seen showed producers that you can't really, like, build off with people like her. But then, the game was still successful was the issue, even with that. So they're just gonna play a little bit more safe. And her life is affecting others, but she is home to be doing that regardless. And attacking the devs and the players for it is not the right choice. And telling the publishers seem to get it to a degree that, you know, that there's issues with that. But it's one of those things where a lot of the ideas... Can I just go there? Is there something over here? Why can I do this? I want to go back. I'm sorry, I'm gonna just go back really quick. Again, continue. Maybe those are save points technically, which means I'll have to do a little bit. Oh god. Oh wait, no, did it just... Oh, it saved me over here? Oh, that's a shame. Hi, Razakit. Unfortunately, this passenger's internet is down in your place. That's such a shame, too, because it's 12 months. It's like, that's a year. That's a whole year. Where's my little boy? I'm out. Oh, did I have to do that? Maybe I had to come back for him. I might have had to come back for him. They're cute as heck. Hi, guys. Cube Man went into a hole, and I jumped over it, thinking maybe I could avoid it, and then I fell, but I think I might have actually had to avoid it on purpose. And I tried to save quit to go back, but I hit a checkpoint. Yeah, there he is. Hi, buddy. I've been so concerned, because I feel like I keep thinking they're going to make me miss something, but they're not making me miss anything. They understand. I think this dev understands the feeling I get from it. I didn't abandon him. It's not the way, is it? That is an alleyway emo. Jesus Christ. You know, I used to watch it. Oh my god, I haven't seen an Alloway emote in forever. Alien, you know, I used to watch. I don't know how she's doing now, but I used to watch her when she was at like 20 viewers. I used to be a hardcore fan. But like way back. She didn't even have a model. She was just thrown around as a jelly bean cat. It was like $30. Yeah, I saw that she's actually like quite good into the ASMR community, I think. But yeah, no, I used to... Like, I bet she would remember me if I actually showed up in chat and said who I was, but... I kind of... I don't know. There was a degree to it. It was interesting. I don't know how to explain it, but... You saw her as the PNG. I don't know. That's crazy. I saw that emote. I was like, wait a second. I recognize that white and brown hair combination. That just threw me out of the loop. Dude, this is awesome. Look at this tree. I think they're doing a good job with the reds and the... I guess when they say green, the reason they're doing green is because it gives you access to all of these fellas. But she first got her model design as an illustration. Oh yeah, no, so before even doing that, she was just like a jelly bean. Basically, she was... Have you seen that cat blood? Or I guess when she first got her model design as an illustration, that's... I mean, God, I could probably... Let me just check Discord. I guess it hasn't been super long, but the last time I talked to her was like 2 years ago. Anyways, for my sake, I think I'm just not going... I'm not gonna... It's been... interesting. There was a degree of it where... I don't know. I was a different person back then. So to say. So I'm fine with moving on, but it's super cool to see... It's super cool to see Alloway show up in emotes. Okay, so those change when I jump. Also, am I supposed to be like, maybe I'm like, Alloway knows my deep, dark secret. Or something like that, which is actually true, by the way. Which is why I'm trying to move on. A better way to say it is that she knew me when I was really depressed. And to a degree, a bit of a nightmare to deal with. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. The music changed. It's very weird. Oh. My brain didn't work. Allie knows you as a lemon leaf because you named for it. Allie knows me from when I first started using water as a... Actually, it might have been before that. It might have been like right when I started using water as a nickname, so it's been a very long time. But... how do I move from here? I guess like this. Yeah, it's the deep lore. It's to the degree where, I don't know, That's interesting. Oh, I can just fall to that, can't I? There we go. Part of me didn't really understand. I don't know. So, I've always been a bit of like a late bloomer, so to say, when it comes to emotions and everything. I think it might have just been like, I don't really know how to explain it, but because of that, as a person, I am emotionally matured a lot. I feel like a lot slower than a lot of people, so I dealt with a lot of and I still deal with a lot of issues interacting with people to a degree. No ability? Oh, I can slow it. That's gone a bit too personal. I don't want to... Old A. Oh, you even get a little flap on top of it. So, to a degree, I feel like next time we meet, I'd rather... If I ever meet her again. Unfortunately, she'll find out through Discord if she ever DMs me. But if I was to ever be big enough with a VTuber to make contact with her, I'd prefer she didn't know who I was. You know? From my experience, she's very understanding. It's technically a double jump. It's more of like a jump and a hover, and it gives you some height at the end. Oh, she's a wonderful person, but... It's hard to explain. I think when I first met her, she was well enough as a VTuber and was kind, so I was kind of looking for more of a friendship from her. And she was, at the time, still struggling to find out like what direction she was going in to a degree. And I think because of that, it's very hard to explain, but that's very cool. I'll keep note of that. But I think, especially when you're just starting or when you're just starting to get popular as a VTuber, you have to be really safe about who you're hanging out with. In one hand, to prevent people from getting too antisocial, or parasocial, I guess more. But also because your image matters more than the average person. To the average person, your image is just an image. But to a VTuber, or to streamers in general, it can mean a lot to them and their business as a whole. They're not just a person, they're also a business. They're also their own symbol, so... And then, yeah, especially when... Well, so I don't think... I don't know, it's a hard one to explain. I think generally before you get to, like, 40 views, you're probably safe from, like, really parasocial people. But... You know, it's not something I hate her for. I understand her reaction, because I would do the same thing. So I'd be a hypocrite to say I don't understand. Are there achievements for this game? There are achievements. Is it? Oh, there's 17 of them. I don't know if we'll ever 100% the game, but... Oh. I felt something there. But yeah, you know, it truly is one of those situations where you don't know if someone's a friend or they're gonna just be parasocial. Or even if they're just trying to be a friend. If there's someone that it's safe to be a friend with. I know, my worst enemy is wanting to get all of the achievements. Especially with Celeste. That's when the sub-biz will be getting, it'll be 100%ing Celeste. Well, I say 100%ing, I think golden strawberries are a no. I'm not doing golden strawberries. I refuse to, I might try a few. I think I got the golden strawberry in chapter 1, but I'm not gonna go for the goldens in any of the other chapters. But, I don't know. It's really interesting because I think Alloway is another... Oh, I'm not gonna screw up that again. Alloway is a great example of somebody who did shape my view of what a VTuber is, to a degree, and also... And years later, still trying 100% Celeste. Well, thank God I'm gonna do it, hopefully on stream. Definitely not Goldens. The problem with Goldens is I'm semi-confident on my ability to get Goldens. I have to do Seasides. I have to get the Moonberry. And then the issue is the Goldens. Not dying in all of the chapters. I'm pretty sure I could do it roughly chapters 2 through 8. I'd beat Toss, of course, but I think I can do that. But I'm not terribly confident on goldening Farewell. From what I've heard, not a lot of people has even done it in the first place. Oh, that's cool. Can I... So, I'll try my best. Deleted message. Yeah, that was by a bot. I should just have... You know what, before I forget, I think I'll do it right when I get it out of the air. That's adorable. I mean, the statue is obviously... But, okay, I'll go into moderation settings. Give me a moment, please. Do they say the same? They always say the same thing, man. Am I like... Block terms and phrases. There we go. Okay, so this should hopefully just prevent them from saying it at all. But enhance on that statue. But you know, there's been a few VTubers that have like really formulatively shaped. Okay, Big Z, I like that. There's been a few VTubers who have like really shaped what I consider to be a good VTuber, and I think Alloway is one, Porcelain Maid and K. Joel is one. To a degree, I used to think, and don't quote me on this, please, I used to think Sunny was one, but lately I've been thinking that she's so busy that she misses out on the... I think she's I'm not gonna blame her for this, because she's really busy. But I feel like she's so busy that she often misses out on, like, the true, like, community aspect of being a streamer. And that's okay, because not everyone has to... You know, some people are there to be... You know, to a degree, I think she leans more towards the idol section of it, where you're there, you're doing your thing, and you acknowledge people, but you're not... Like, there's, like, a very clear barrier. You're not a friend. You're just there doing your job to entertain them. And they can, like, stan you and whatever, etc., but you're not their friend. And you're not trying to be. And there's a very clear gap that they set. And I think she leans better into that. But for my vision of what a good VTuber is... That's not right. But also at the same time, I'm not a good ZTuber, so maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, she is more of a YouTuber that uses Twitch, and that makes sense. That makes sense because in the end she was a YouTuber that turns to Twitch. Like, she was a YouTuber before she was a VTuber. Yeah, I've been literally talking nonstop. Braid represents depression, probably. I don't know. So, I mean, I guess if we're gonna talk about it in that way, I think she does actually. God damn it, Nudgy. Any little weird 82 seconds, a little bit more than whatever. Is time yourself out, or it's just for a minute, right? I haven't seen this one in forever. So, I'm yourself out. I didn't put a description on it. So, let me rephrase that. She's a great example of a VTuber, but she's not a great example of the kind of VTuber I want to be like. I just feel like one of the best ways to grow a community and viewers is I don't know how to automate that, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, wait, you know what? I think I have an idea of how... This is such a bad time to do this, because we're in the middle of what seems to be a rather important moment. But I think I know how to do this. Give me a second. Manage power-ups. And... or lights. Hydrate, pasta check. I love those. They're cheap and I love them because they help you guys make sure I hydrate. You have a bot that does it? I don't have a bot that does it. Technically, I have Stream Elements, but Stream Elements is there specifically... Let me actually move this a little bit down. Stream Elements is there specifically for handling timing out blocked terms and phrases. I don't know how to convert that into accepting rewards. Well, let me just see if I can... Because for the reward itself... I don't see a way to do it. I don't know how to interact with that. It's supposed to have a bot that does it. I don't know how to do that. Look it up later, exactly. I'm going to do one thing. I am going to go into the chat bar on Stream Elements and see if... I'll relate it. You're right. This will take me too long. So, anyways, I don't know. To me, the logic behind it is that if you work with your community better... I wasn't allowed to use my brick there, and I feel upset. The logic to me is the more you work with your community, the faster you grow to a degree. But I feel like for some people that's not the case. Like, I don't know how Hololive does it. I know enough about it that it'll take you an hour. The thing is, I have a Stream Element spot. It's not quite like Moobot or something like that. I think that's where people get the impression wrong. It's not exactly the same. It's not exactly the same type of bot. Oh, okay, I literally can't go over there. Oh, okay, I'm gonna use the bird in this case. I see. I wanted to go over, but... I scared the bird. I did. It didn't realize I could get close to it or something. I don't know. I confronted the bird. I want to gently hold the bird. I just go out like this. Hello? I love that you can see the moon in the background, or I guess it's the sun in the background through that roof. It's cool to me. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it's one of those things where it's like based on how you expect to treat your viewers or people. The god rays look good. Yeah, I don't know if they're considered god rays when they're like a painted illustrated style though. I think god rays are like a specific... Okay, I have to time it better. I think god rays are like a specific like 3D term. I could be wrong though. Okay, so I do have to jump again when I get on the tree, but I don't know if that's possible. Or maybe I just have to land on the tree and then have to have the bird scream again. No, I can't. Okay. Am I really not? I can do it there. Why can't I do it here? I can do it here. Okay. I'm just gonna stop me there. Ugh. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just like segueing all the way back to the conversation we were talking about like 20 minutes ago. I am currently struggling in I think that way that Aloe was when I met her. I imagine there's some archaeologists that come in later and be really upset you broke all the pottery. I did it on purpose too. But I don't know. I think I am truly struggling in regards to what direction I'm going and what I'm doing. She obviously got like her... I think she's like more of an ASMR VTuber nowadays. So she has her like spot in how does her streams. But for me, I need to do variety, I think. But variety is hard. And people say it's really hard and you struggle. Break the pots. Bird was faux, I think. Imagine doing anything. Yeah. Imagine doing anything. These birds are friend. I think the bird is supposed to be like a representation of depression. So bird is foe. I don't feel the same way that Celeste did about... Like, in Celeste, they represent Badeline as depression. And I think that's another way you can handle it, but depression is foe. You could do an ASMR. I don't want to do ASMR is the thing. And then, I'm gonna pause there because I feel like it's an important moment. Joel, in the case of Joel, it feels like he's got his direction too. He's more of like a, he and Sunny are very similar in that regard, where they sit down, they start stream, they talk for like 2 hours straight, and then they get into whatever they were gonna play. And then they play it for a little bit. Not usually, sometimes in Joel's case, he streams for a very long time every day. Sunny's case, it depends on how she works outside of it. Sorry, I was drinking water. Anyways, I don't know what I'm gonna do. The bird just seems angry. Oh, the bird doesn't like the chimes. Just don't tell yourself you can't do something. Get scared, bird. I'm gonna break the spot because I want to. Again. So this is... The important part is doing what I enjoy, but the problem is I, as a person, have a very hard... I did not kill a bird. I, as a person, have a very hard time sticking to something for a very long time. And I don't mean like streaming. Streaming is its own matter. That's kind of just like hanging out. I mean more so in a... You know, like some people can play League of Legends every day for 8 years straight, talking about like Annibot, aka Darren. He plays Annie every day. I cannot do that. Let me add a fan to that while you're in ads. You don't want to talk to right now. But, you know, oh, I forgot. Up we go. Bots are fun. Well, that's really interesting. When you go up and flutter, it almost feels like you're gliding up the stairs. Like, you know how Meta Knight runs in Smash Bros? Just for a second, it feels like that. Like, look at that. Hold on. New color already? Surely not, right? There's no way. The red section was really long. What's next, do you think? Yellow? Maybe... Black? Blue? That looks like blue. Technically, to be fair, the other one was blue, though, in my opinion. But that's so cool, because, like, adding the blue really lets you see the gaudery that goes to the hands. We do need some yellow. There's not enough lemons. Orestrius gets it. BRB. Yeah, go ahead. I don't know how I screwed that up. I guess you can kind of get... Yeah, that's kind of strange to me, because you can't get green without yellow, so maybe green is a catch-22. Like, maybe green is yellow. Like, if you think about it, we have blue and we have green, which means we technically have yellow, doesn't it? Isn't that the case? Do I chain queue another Dota game? No. No, stop. Don't play Dota. Don't even play Dota. That's a nightmare. You can stand on this? That's wild. Does that mean there's something there for the next color? I mean, if you want to, play it against Dota, why not? I don't think there's harm in it. Can I say that, Mince? Why can I stand on that tree? Play with me. Well, don't. Are you gonna play Dota with him? I'm sorry. I'm a. We're going back too. Like, I have to explore things, even if we've already been here. Now that I have the ability to hover, you never know what you might have missed, right? And there's a new color. So that's even more so, you never know what you might have missed. Can you even play the first game anymore? Be good enough that Warcraft, and by Warcraft I mean Warcraft 1. Oh, I missed it. It's so strange to me. Oh, you know what? I bet I could reach that from the top. Hold on. Never mind. They probably tested that. They were like, I don't want people reaching it from that angle or something. I wonder if there's a speedrun for this game. I feel like, other than just optimizing your path, is there a way to... I mean, maybe you could do skips? Sequence breaking would... Oh my god. Sequence breaks would be, in my opinion, the, like, first thing I could think of that would actually speed up the game. Can you still play Dota 1? I thought that, like, because that was on... Was it playable? I don't know. I'm sorry, I got into games when Steam started becoming a thing, so I don't actually know how it worked before that. Like, was Dota the first a game before Steam? Or is it, is it still available on the Steam store? I see. Okay, hold on. We have an issue. I'm going to be silent for a second. Okay, that is how you do it. I thought that might be the case. I just got nervous. How did you get it then? Was it just an online download on the website, or did you have to get a disc for it? Oh my god, Dark Jewel, aka Haru, which I'm still not sure if you'd prefer Haru or just Dark Jewel. Unfortunately, I'm never going to call you DJ, if that's what you want. I know somebody else called DJ, and that's kind of their spot in my brain. I can't put two people in that spot. Let's get Warcraft 3, the Dota mod, and find some people still playing it. Isn't it the same with the first Team Fortress? Wasn't it just a Counter-Strike mod? Man, if there's a better way to do this and I'm just being really stupid, I'm gonna be sad. Thank you for the flower, Haru. How was your day? How have you been? We haven't talked in forever, really. I feel like I never see you in streams anymore. Oh my god. Of him. Strike was just the Half-Life 2 mod, was it? I mean, I guess everything comes from... A lot of games nowadays come from Half-Life. And the source engine. Well, it's, you know, it's all the source engine in general. It's kind of tangled together. People who now are like 5 to 8 years older than me. Okay, I'm gonna get a good jump. Oh, I can just do it from the other side. Who am I kidding, man? That's so stupid of me. I'm trying to do it the hard way. I bet you know what? I bet there's like, if you do really good jumps, there's a way to get that from the left side. But, I don't know. You know, something I want to someday, I keep my viewer number, hidden, but every once in a while I'll click on it just to see how I'm doing during the stream. Like, easily like once during the stream, I'll just click it. It doesn't really give any actual realistic values to how I'm doing because it might be a slow moment or it might be a fast moment. But someday I missed it. Someday I just want to click on that and have gone from like 5 people or like 10 people. I don't know how much I get. I'm going to say like 5 to 8. I want to go from like that number to just suddenly seeing like 40 people. and just wonder where they all came from, and then be happy because it made me feel excited that I'm doing well. Like, during my first subathon, after getting rated, it went up to 34 for just the briefest of seconds, and I only know that because, Twitch keeps telling me my biggest stream was 34 people. Okay, now I have to redo it again, and then I have to go through there. Okay, so let's see. Counter-Strike began as a Half-Life mod. Team Fortress evolved to a Quake modded to a Team Fortress Classic, and the iconic Team Fortress 2. Dota, I know it's called Defense of the Ancients, started as a Warcraft 3 custom map leading to Dota 2, and then Dota 2 saw some... There's more to it than that. So it started as a custom map for Warcraft, but also there was... I don't remember the name of it, but there was another game that had kind of embraced that mentality, and I think they were trying to go for like a Warcraft mod variant of it. And then, after the success of Dota, the two developers split up and one of them continued to pursue, or maybe it was two people, but I think it was just Mark Narrow. And they split from Dota and decided to continue pursuing League of Legends. What I'm hearing as a new viewer is to organize a shadow raid of like, yeah, a shadow raid. Good lord. All I know is that I need a raid message. If you guys, sorry, my brain just broke. I know a few of you know who Porcelain Maid. Also, nice to meet you, Frigid Grave. I know a few of you know who Porcelain Maid is. He has a very notorious raid message, and I don't want something like that, but I feel like I need something. Hi, Aries. You woke up. What time is it for you? Oh, and Alu's fish. Love that. Love that for me. Someone looked up. What if instead of a friend, it would be a boyfriend like you? Hold on, I feel like I'm missing something. I would never ask a friend to play Dota. Naji, stop flirting with everyone you see. And us gaming. What were you playing? But yeah, I need... Maybe not a raid, I don't know. I need something. How do you... I don't know what this is. I got one of it. Maybe that's something that... Maybe that's something that gets explained later, right? I like coming back here every time. It's 3:25 a.m. and you just woke up. Why did you wake up? Did you sleep properly or did you go to bed early? I can and flirt with whoever you want. Stabber you want. Nice to meet you too. Love the model. Kind of reminds me of Nicholas D. Wolfwood from Trigon. Nicholas D. Wolf. Leave that one as what you said. Huh. Is it because of the... Okay, I can kind of see it. The guess religious object on my back to beat people. Somebody guess it! Oh my god! You get it! You get it! Hold on. Okay, we're chilling. It's not quite the same, but... This is really important to me, because... Part of the design choices... I'm gonna show you... Hold on, I'm gonna show you an image. Let me just... You know... We do this every 5 seconds when I'm gushing. Guessing about things, but... Let's throw my ref in. This thing is like 4K, so just... I'm gonna... So first off... let me put this below me, so you can at least... You should at least see me on top of it. So obviously, as you can tell, this is the character. You can see the halo, etc., the Cossin on the back. The person who did by PNG actually did a really good job, like, getting the symbolage right. And sorry, I just have to shrink this. Again, it's a 4K image, trying to fit it into a 1080p. So, it's not quite the giant cross that you bash people with, but it's the same concept of a giant weapon that you... It's more about crushing and less about cutting. Yeah, so the whole thing is that this is like a solid rock religious icon moon scythe. And on the ferocious side of things, the whole point is that, like, Lemis is very innate strengthy, I guess is the way to say it. So that thing weighs like... I actually don't know how much that much stone would weigh. Frigid moon. Moon ascetic is the best. That is true. Before I was Lemis Lachrymose, I actually used to be called Twisting Moon. Sorry. I was Twisting Moon, so I also had a moon in my name. But yeah, giant, quote-unquote scythe, but in reality, it's just a tool to crush things with. Like, if she swung it at a tree, instead of cutting through the tree, it would be more like splintering it. I mean, I tell people the idea of the strength is like, imagine how heavy a scythe made out of solid metal and then the handle being pure stone would be, and then she can swing it around like if it was a pole needle. So, very strong. And then I have an ultimate design idea that, like in this form, she uses ice and holy magic. And then in the other form, which I haven't shown anyone because I don't really have any designs of it, she uses shadow and holy magic. Still holy. But the idea there is that I was going to either do something, honestly, kind of like Gigi Mirin, or Murin. I don't know how to say her name. Where he used, like, it was either going to be like a giant shadow gauntlet, or I was just, in that case, just going to use the coffin as a bludgeoning weapon. Like, it would be kind of like floating outside of the arm here, so when she swings, it, like, swings in the process. It's so hard to describe it, but I'm so glad that you truly understood when seeing it what I was going for with the idea. Unfortunately, this, the PNG I have right now, let me click on it. It's only this tall, like, there's nothing more to it. You can't see the bottom of it. And you can't see the scythe, which is okay. But this would be so cool. Brain wants to see high-budget animation fight scenes. Yeah, see, that's the problem. Part of me wanted to learn how to draw and then learn how to animate and then animate my own stuff because it's really expensive. But part of me also really wanted... Part of me just really wanted... I like, there's so many ideas I have. I have like 2 or 3 or 4 pages. I'm not exactly sure how many pages it is. It's on my phone notes of just constant notes of ideas that I want to be able to do. And I financially and skillfully cannot do them. But thank you, Frigid, so much for that. Because finally, I feel like somebody like truly understands what I was going for with the character in that, like, bashing somebody with a heavy object design, at least. It would take months, but that's something I'd be willing to try, at least. I'm assuming this is the way I'm supposed to be going. Yeah, so, I mean, it wouldn't be, like, super crazy. Part of what makes animation take so long can be the backgrounds. So if you were to cut out a background or do it more stylized, you can cut down on the time of it. Yeah, May uses... What is it May uses? The Sheen... I played Guilty Gear for a while, but it wasn't a super long... Oh yeah, the anchor. Yeah, it's very similar to May in that style, where it's like a character you would not... I'm sorry, I am weak to the trope, but like one of my favorite tropes of all time is that character that looks like they should be harmless and not be able to wield a big heavy object is in fact not harmless and can wield that big heavy object really well with brute force. Like somebody who doesn't look like they have brute force showing extreme brute force. Small girl, big thing. Exactly. Like when you see... I think they were getting that trope a lot more. You'd see in like Manra and anime, where you have like a girl and then she just has a massive hammer. The problem is I think the trope got too overused with the hammer. The problem is I made this design like... Again, I started the design for Lemus in general. Like 2020. So it's been a very long time. And I think now some of the stuff I'd used in my design is a bit overused, but at the time of design, before I got this sheet and everything, it was... I don't want to praise myself, but it was quite ahead of the times when it came to design fullness. But I really appreciate it because a lot of people come in and they compliment the design, and I just appreciate it so much. It makes me really happy. Secondary characteristics. See, but Alien, from how much you know me, you know I can't do that. I had a feeling. Like, even if I was doing it as like a character gag, I can't be... What was with that water up there? Even as a character gag, I just can't be mean to people. I'm gonna break this. I can't break it. Loyalty. I can tell a bomb can stick when you see one. So true. It's called I can't act for anything, man. That's asking a lot of me. You're always me. Yeah, but that's because you're... See, you say I'm mean to you, but I could be more mean, and I just refuse to say it. Certain things. I'm not. I'm not. Nah, don't worry about it, Neji. Oh my... Okay. This... Everything being silhouetted and using a cave... Showing off a cave by having the foreground be dark and then just having the phosphorescent luminescent lights, I guess. And the luminescence of the things giving the color is such a good way to do that idea. Like, this game's so wonderful. And it makes noise every time, too. It's super amazing. Well, exactly, Glowy Sharon. The only thing about my character design is I feel like a lot of people... Oh, thank you for the follow. I truly appreciate it, especially when somebody is willing to interact. Because honestly, I feel like there's two levels where somebody might follow, and I don't know if they lurk or not, but some people just follow and then they never come back. And that's cool. But some people follow and they don't talk or anything, and it's hard for me to tell if they're a bot or if they just really care. And you came in here, you immediately understood what I was going for with my design. Well, that's cool. Oh, that's super cool. I cannot eat the mushrooms. You can eat the mushrooms in Noida. And we saw what happened last time. I think I turned blood into gunpowder. I hope there's like a fish enemy. Can't always lurk. I'm sick today. See, oh, you're sick? Do you know if it's just a flu? I hope you're okay. I very rarely get sick nowadays, but when I was younger, I used to get sick twice a year at minimum, and it always took like 2 weeks to recover. Nowadays, I think it's a bit better, but I don't go out in public as much. Like, one of the main differences is that I don't really go to school anymore, so... Obviously. Oh, I have to break the thing first. Okay, I can do this. Unpermanent? No, no, no. I don't mean more ads. No more ads. Okay, so I got some cashews. I remember we have a... Yeah, we have that command. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. So, if you're still here, Bridget... Ooh, they're making little beeping noises. Technically my followers are a cult. They made it themselves. It's really funny. We also have a wizard command. I don't remember what it says, but it's in Wingdings. Huh? What? I stand on it? Oh, hi. Hi. Yeah, lizard, sorry, not wizard. Yes, calls? Yeah, didn't you say last time you mentioned the temperature, you said it was a good, 9 degrees? That sucks. That, really sucks. Am I supposed to jump out of the freeze? I'd say I'm about I'm about 2 hours in. I don't know. Why? You did off your 2 feet of snow to get medical care? I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I might just be dumb. I can just use myself as a block. I'm really dumb. I figured it out. I forgot. I was like, what can I possibly do with him? What can I possibly do by turning myself into a block of ice? I do too. It's very cool. I'm trying to remember. Oh my god, this is too much brain power for me. I think I get what I'm supposed to do now. You put like a temporary thing there. Yeah, okay. I had an idea, but I just wasn't I wasn't thinking. All clumped down. This is cute. I need more games like this. Celeste was amazing, honestly. Despite Farewell and having like gripes with Farewell, I think most of my gripes with Farewell were actually because I played it on an empty stomach for 6 hours straight. After getting frustrated on a bad day too, like I was already having a bit of a mental the synchronization, so to say. I guess you're supposed to do this side first, and it kind of teaches you like inner guides to what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah, I've played Ori before. I played the first one. Okay, how am I supposed to do this one now? I get that, but... Can you make a square in... Can you make a square in the air? Like, will it stay? I need to time it. I need to do it earlier than that. Doesn't seem like it. Wait, I have an idea. If I stand on my cube as a cube, does that just stack cubes? Okay, so it just doesn't want you moving. I don't know if that was the right way to do that, but it's certainly a way to do it. Have I ever played Ender Lilies? Oh, hold on. Okay, sorry. I missed a lot of stuff, didn't I? I theory deprived limit of lemons. S square, yeah. I think your cube needs to be further to the right on the platform. That could be true. I think there are a few ways you could have done that. And I think I did it. I think you're supposed to do it on the platform and slowly go right. But instead I did it from the bottom, which is close enough. Frigid, I have Ender Lilies. I have not played it yet. I think I am going to be playing it for my subathon. Or, it's not really it is a subathon. So, fun fact actually, Frigid. I have been streaming for a year now, though technically I've taken like 3 months of it as a break. So, not gonna give myself any credit, but I have my subathon, my anniversary subathon happening on the 13th. Might be the 23rd if I stall too much. But I'll be streaming, I think, Ender Lilies. I'm gonna be playing Undertale. We'll figure it out, and I might play Nier Automata. We're gonna figure it out, but... Oh, and then I'll be playing more Celeste, because I have some goals with Celeste, but... This thing is cute. Look at it! Look at it, it's so freaking cute! Water hates Ender Lilies and chat. And anything chat. I love them. But yeah, so I plan on playing a few pretty renowned games. Or at least I hope to. Last year what I did was I did 12 hours every day until I finished. And I think that's a bit too much for my constitution. So I'm going to be lessening it, but it's going to be we're going to try for 8 hours a day. And it'll probably be 3 to 4 days. And we'll just try to reach our goal. I don't think I'm going to do like a timer thing. But, speaking of which, Frigid, I have been struggling to get ideas for a subathon. This is, sorry, I'm going to segue again. It's super cool there's an underwater section here. I have the idea for I had the idea for every goal except for 10 to the first sub-grant and then the second stretch goal. I have ideas for everything else, but if you have any ideas, please let me know. I desperately need help. I ran out of ideas. I had ideas last time and I can't. No pressure if you don't, but God, I need it. Oh, can I like... Okay, that was not intended. I see the feathers over there. Though it teaches you right away, so maybe that's not as cool as I thought it would be. And cam painting with feet. Okay. The feet thing is not gonna happen. But the hand cam painting thing could happen. I really like, because I felt Sunny do it. And I really enjoyed that. So that's entirely a possibility. I have paints. Well, kind of. They're like $1 Walmart paints. I'd actually need to get paints. That's fair. Honestly, if you just think of any rewards I can give the community back for them supporting me, that's all I need. But... Oh. The woolies follow me? When we found these, what do they do? Oh, they do exactly what I thought they do. $1 paint is still paint. True. Maybe but I don't have a lot of colors is the thing, so maybe we'll work on that. I'll have to get some, or I'll have to put the one throne. But we can definitely do a painting stream. Maybe I'll do a Bob Ross, and maybe we just find something to paint. The subject doesn't matter too terribly much, in my opinion, as long as I find it interesting. Oh, I have to go get this fishy in. All red, yeah, oops, you know, that would be actually really cool. Have you ever seen monochrome paintings people do? The whole point of it is that you paint using one color and then you do it entirely using shades of it. So it relies heavily on, like, for instance, you'd use red and then you'd use this white and black to balance out the shades. I don't know if you're technically allowed to, technically if you use, like, browns and stuff to darken it as well, I don't know if that counts. Oh, this is dark. Not a chrome painting of a crime scene. Quick sketch of chat members as lemons. I had the idea for it. I had the idea, okay, for a comic where basic, like, imagine all the lemlings, because we kind of have an image of what they look like. Let me grab another image slideshow. I'm so glad that she can breathe underwater, apparently. So, where are they? So we have like the idea that they kind of look like this, right? So I was thinking, like, imagine them all around a bonfire, and one of them is pinned into the bonfire because of the sacrifice, right? The whole point of the cult, everyone keeps asking for a sacrifice. And then on a and then there's a pedestal, and that's where Orestes is supposed to be, because, you know, he's like the Pope, so he orchestrates the sacrifice of the cult. And then the next panel shows the Orestes lemon with, like, his Pope with papal hat, and then has, like, the fire lighting to show him. So, like, first scene shows them all around a bonfire that hasn't been lit. The second one shows them lighting it. The third one snaps to show Orestes with his papal hat, and then, you know, it has, like, the fire shadow lining there. So it's supposed to imply that he's, like, watching it. And then the fourth panel shows him at his own home. He's on a cooking pan, and that's where the light's coming from. And then the text is just like, I feel like I'm forgetting something. So it'd be Lemlings are the definition apparently of like treat lemlings like you would lemmings from Disney production, even though lemmings don't actually follow each other off a cliff. But you get the point. But yeah, so it would be like there'd be a sacrifice happening and it makes it look like Arrestor's is there, and then the next panel shows him cooking at his own house and he's like, I think I'm forgetting something. I have a wall jump. I literally just want to go and try to jump on this wall. But I feel like that's something I could draw. But I'll be honest, you know what I need? I need more artists that like my content so that I can shamelessly get fan art of Lemmings. That'd make me very happy. I hate that I can't really tell which one of these you can go through and which ones you can't go through. Like, what? I'm gonna go get food. I hope it's good. If I use this to... Okay, so there must be a way... I see water above, so maybe this is something you fall into. Oh, hold on. Okay. I know you're getting... I mean, I guess I gave you guys permission to do whatever you want, but don't do it. Okay, I have a crazy idea. Can I get some of the... Do I have to go on land for this? I do have to go on land for this. Okay. It's not this one, it's the one below it. Oh yeah, speaking of which, again, for anyone here, you're allowed... And when it comes to fan art, because I am talking about fan art, you're allowed to do whatever the hell you want. My only requirement is I would like to see it. I think that's not too bad, right? Okay, I can't grab it there. I was thinking maybe I could grab some of those red fish. But that does not seem to be the case. Also, that art's expensive, man. Okay. Plan. I have my plan. Is it gonna come back, or is it... It is coming back. Okay, I thought maybe I could just... Are we allowed to guess? Yeah. You can guess. I think you're referring to guessing how to do things, right? Okay. Because I need that. I need the health too, actually. Okay, so this goes up and that leads to the whole thing we're just dealing with. I can't go through there. This leads to say resolve. But yeah, go ahead. I have to imagine... Because there's water above it, which means maybe we have to go higher up. Like, maybe it's higher up. The reflection. Yeah, I think the reflection's showing that there's water above it, but that water source isn't doing it, so maybe it's higher up? But I can't... Does the bottom secretly match the top? Oh yeah, you in like in a sort of like a Pac-Man situation? There's also, because I see water above me right there. I'm just trying to think of how I would get that. I need those red, the red fish. Maybe there's red fish in here. Let's open this up and see what happens. Oh, it's a turtle. Okay, that's not what I need. I do need fish, though. So... Let's like testing. The fish and the fish leave with me. Is there a secret passage out? I want to be able to store this edge. But as soon as you land on the ground, they... Actually... Okay, so as soon as you land on the ground, they do their thing. So what if I shoot out at an angle? Because I think as soon as you try to billow your cape, they do their thing as well. Like if I was to shoot out like this and then do that. Okay, so is there a way... Maybe if I'm rapid with it? Hi, Patrick. They also disappear at... You know what? That's another issue, now that I think about it. Okay, we'll have to find them somewhere else. Which I don't think there are any. I feel kind of stupid, because this might be a really easy solution. We might also just have to go that way. Because there's this... Oh, you know what? Try to go... No, I can't. Alright, if it's... There's no way I can go that low from that height. Maybe I'm missing a color. I'm just casually stuffing Gris. I want to get in here, but maybe... Okay, we're gonna explore before we go with the turtle, because I feel like the turtle might be the main objective. We're going to... Dude, I'd stuff fish in my pocket if they could live. So from my impression, the way to get to that is to fall down. But to do that, you know what? I think it is possibly that. Might you go this way? No. Oh yeah, okay. It might be easier than we were thinking. It might be exactly what you were saying, Frigid. Frigid might just literally have figured it out easily. I bet there's fish in here, and then it's gonna open up. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. I had an idea that might be the case, but I wanted to see if I could grab fish from outside of it. But you were 100% there on... Why do I do that? Oh, it's to get out. They could have just let me leave the normal way, but sure. Good thing that worked, because I have no idea what your powers are besides cube. My powers currently are cube and floats. And I guess swim. Swimming is a power. But yeah, those are my only powers. I'm limited to those options. So, yeah, the only thing I could think of was going down.
This big brain time.
Will I get eaten if I stay out here, or will I just get lost? Maybe I'll just get lost. It is big brain time, but it's Frigid's big brain time. I also like that the turtle kind of looks like a vase. It's really weird, though, considering turtles. Oh, okay. Dark this time. Honestly, this kind of feels like... That's interesting. It kind of feels like the start is like right when you get depression and it feels like the world loses color, and then trying to regain it one step at a time. And then this blue part feels like depression coming back. That's from my own... That's like an opinion from my own way of seeing things. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but... You know, everyone sees things differently. And one thing about this game is it's kind of hard to tell what you can and can't go through. You know, some things are foreground and some things are background, and it's really hard to tell. Like, am I... Oh, that's interesting. And now we get another color, right? Wow, that's absolutely gorgeous. And it is yellow! Finally, we have the lemon color. A little beer. I'm not playing right here. This is just the game being cool. What did hold me do? It can swim! It can swim! It's a fish! It's an eel! I don't like this. I don't like this. It's not letting me pick my path either. I have like a limited degree of freedom moving up and down. Little eels. Come on. Oh, they're dark. Turtle. Please. I don't have to worry about them following me, right? Am I good now? I feel like I might be getting followed. These eels are at you with a vengeance. I didn't even do anything. Probably the depression eels. Everyone who has depression has eels. Eels in their brain. I don't want to find out. If there's eels, they'll be back. I can tell. It'll be soon. Yeah, eel's back. Stop snapping at me. You're not snapping, turtle. You're an eel. Yeah, speak of the aquatic devil. I think it's sucking in, too. You can see the water bubbles moving towards it when it's climbing up. Stop trying to snap at me. No, no. Turtle, save me! Mummy's a poem. Somebody clip that, by the way. I called the turtle. I called it. I can't saw it. Don't worry about editing the clip, just get the raw. I might still be able to edit. But clip it, you don't have to link it, it'll show up in my clips. Thank you. I love the turtle. Ooh, I can stand on the water now. I really appreciate it, Aristrius. The eel. I even called the eel a bit. I was like, I guess eels aren't technically fish. I said I hope there's a fish enemy, but it was an eel, man. You have returned with mac and cheese. You just missed the evil depression eel. We just learned that if you have depression, you're full of eels. There's a ton of eels in your head. Is Lemon overpowered? No, guess what? We have all the same abilities, but we can swim. Ah, that's cute. I think even without a light, I could have generally understood how you get past this section. I'll listen to that. Spooky. It's not spooky. It's peaceful. So that's the squirm eats feeling in your tummy. Exactly, it's eels. I was sure the eels are in my head. It could be worms in the stomach. No, it's eels. I can confirm it. I'm an eelologist. That's definitely not the right word. But there's no evidence otherwise. I'm the first and foremost expert in the field of eels in this stream. And let me tell you, you guys aren't eels. You're good, don't worry. You know what? I thought there might be something. When it says smoke cell at Shelby, you don't want us in your head. No. Get out of my head. Lighting cues are really good to tell when there's secrets in dark environments, so I appreciate them for that. Oh, I thought, oh, that sounded like seed running. That's kind of creepy. Have you guys seen... I'm trying to remember the game. It's really short. It involves, like... It's like a kid. It's got the same style of, like, black background, but you're playing as a kid. There's, like, worms. Thank you, Patrick. It looks like I'll have 3 attempted flips of it. Thank you for naming it, by the way, too. Limbo, yes. Thank you. Limbo is indeed the name. I have this ability, I don't know what it is. Call of Duty Black Ops 7, no. I have the ability to pry. Oh, well, that's cute. Also, what do you guys think about Stream Elements plugging the Discord? I think it's every 30 minutes or maybe every hour. Do you guys think it's too much or do you think it's fine? Or do you just not care? Like, it's just kind of there for like half a second. To me, the game kind of looks like... Yidless. I don't know what changed, but now I can Alt-Tab and it's fine. Yidless. It's on my wish list, so apparently I've seen it before. Interesting. Oh, wait, no, I know exactly what that game is. Okay. Yeah. It does kind of... I feel like Rain World also kind of gives that same vibe. You return with less of a migraine. That's great. But yeah, I feel like Rain World gives off a similar vibe. Anything special? No? Was there anything left? I'm sorry, guys. I'm a chronic, try to find things that aren't in existence person. He sent his migraine to me, or she. Yeah, the migraine was... Oh wait, why do you have a migraine now? Is that because of the coals? Make sure to take some ibuprofen. I'm gonna take some right now, actually. Just... Chronic secret seeker, so true. That does suck. This side thought I was going to ignore it. No. I have so many little, like, stars or whatever they are, by the way, so that when we get back up, and I think this is going back up right now, I can't wait to see what it turns into. And how do I just keep up? I'm gonna take some gaudies and hope it helps quick. Goodies. Oh, yeah. Can't believe oh my god. Yeah, I hope so too. Migraines are miserable. Let's see what this slowly turns into. I think it's gonna be a woman's face. I could be wrong, though. It could just be a path, like maybe we're slowly building a path. Okay, so my assumption is I seen you. Okay. Especially when you have a cough, feels like I'm hammering my brain. Oh, I bet. Okay, so I understand what these symbols mean now. These symbols are telling me how many secrets I missed. But I can't go back to some of them. So I'm missing 2 in the windmill section. I'm missing 1 in the beginning. The question is, is there a way to go back? This one, now I can go back this way. Oh, interesting. Okay, so now it's just, this should all be... Oh, okay. So some of these aren't even available until later. Which makes me not feel bad about that. That's actually really nice. Being able to come back for someone. Which means... How do I'm trying to remember how you get to the windmill section. You can also go this way now, can't you? So I think that's the windmill section, right? Because I feel like this is going up to the next area. That ability, I don't know what it does yet. Okay, we can't go that way either, so that's blocked. I don't think I know of a way to get back over there. Maybe... I still don't know what that ability does. Maybe it's taking a deep breath. Maybe that's all it is. But I'm not gonna go this way yet. I'm gonna go the way that was... Oh wait, no, okay, so that... Oh yeah, no, this was at the green. I missed 2 here. Which means if I go this way... That just brings me back here. I know I just did all of this stuff, but for the life of me, can't remember how I did it. Like, where did I go from here? Was this the one that went up, or... Yeah, no, this just goes back to beginning, I think. And then they blocked it because they're like, hey, you can't go that way now. I won't be a secret finder. I know I have one way I can go right now, so I'll go that way. I don't think I can go back in the water, can I, either? I guess it's the one I haven't tried yet, even though we were just there. Then this is like Celeste. I need to... Because I can't go far right because of the vines anymore. So that's out of the question. I'm missing the first one in the turtle and the third one. But I don't know, though that's currently blocked as well. Which I think is implying that we have to do this weird celestial thing up here. So we will do the celestial thing up here. It does bother me to have missed them, but you know, you can't find everything on the first try. Or, I mean, you can, obviously, you can find everything on the first try, but you know, done. There's no need to expect it. We'll just have to be more conscious of the stuff we're around, I think. New area. It has 7 of them. Oh, that's very weird. That is beyond strange. Oh my goodness. This game might be a bit longer than I thought. Unless I'm like almost done. This might be one of the final levels. Okay, those are obvious. You can walk through them if you see through. Or, I guess more. Seeker, and then the opaque ones are the ones you can't go through. Okay, what do I didn't even read this, alien. Hate migraines, but love your grains. Oh, these ones are gold. Interesting. Is this slowly getting darker? Okay, hopefully this is the first one. Some of them are just great. I mean, that one was a bit more obvious in my opinion, but some of these have been difficult, so to say. I can't believe the lemons just snapped that, but I did not. You have no evidence. Okay, I can't. I want to explore more. I know what I'm doing right now is exploring, but... Oh, fish. Oh, hey. Wow, that was... another one. Jury of the chat, what is your verdict? Their verdict is they trust me unconditionally. I would never lead anyone astray. You all love me. I don't know if this is the right way, but this is certainly a way. Is this the way I just fell from, though? Oh, it probably is. That's bad. You're not supposed to trust me unconditionally. There's always conditions. I need somebody to be a lemling that just is like wearing a baseball hat or something because they feel like it. Do you think I could reach that? No, there's no way. I put my life in Lemus's hands. No. That's the opposite of what you're supposed to do. Okay, hold on. Oh, what? They have a hitbox? Does this one do too? Ah, that's lame. I knew I would try it. The hat would get in the way of your mask? Alien? Nah. You don't have to have a hat. You can just have a mask. The only one with a hat so far is... You don't have to have the hat. I just think it'd be funny. Find someone to have it. I was gonna get over here anyways. I see how it is. Okay. Oh, that's mean. Oh. Okay, so that's probably the way I get back afterwards. I do like these water trees. They're fun. Oh, this is gonna make me a pet. Okay, I get it. No cheating. You guys are... I don't deserve this kind of kindness. You guys are so sweet. Okay, but this side must have a special thing. Or this side could have nothing. Well, hold on. No, hold on. There has to be something over here. If there wasn't something over here, this wouldn't be here. Nonsense, I don't work hard at all. It has been lovely, but I've pushed myself as far as I can. I'm about to sleep this off. Have a wonderful stream. Hopefully I'll see you again. I hope I see you again too. I really hope you feel better soon. Colds are the worst, actually. So have a wonderful sleep. I don't know if it's going to be nighttime for you afterwards, but, you know, do your best. Is all I can say. Okay, it's time to find out. I can't bring it with me. I work hard one would. I get up there. Games like this always make me feel like every little thing is a secret. What if I have 2 fireflies? Can't have 2 fireflies. They're restricting me. I'm not allowed to have 2 fireflies. Why can't I have 2 fireflies? Lettuce is quite soft, like water. Lemons are soft. They have a rough exterior and a soft, sour inside. I need to look for secret things I can jump on. Oh, that would do it actually. Hold on. Oh no. No, wait, this was the right way. No, I take it back. No. That seems like the wrong way. Oh, I've been fooled. I was once again tricked. Dude, I was just talking about that earlier into it. I don't know if I can come back, and now I'm stuck. And, like, I can't go back. I knew there was something else, and it's just like a pick your path, and maybe your path is the right one, and maybe it's not. And then you're stuck. Is it doing the thing? Is it glitching? Maybe I just full screen. And my audio was echoing because I had to hear my own stream. Doubling audio sources. That's fine. How are you doing, Karma? Hi. Ohio. Hey, go that way. Okay. Yeah, the crackly thing I can definitely understand. I was checking sources, and my voice was really delayed. I'd be talking, and then it would take like 3 seconds for my voice to actually like register on Stream OBS. I just reset a few things and redid the sources. So hopefully I'll be good now. I don't know if you guys remember, but when I was playing Celeste, occasionally you would get crackly. You're gonna go lay down in your bed for a bit? Okay. Please do. All I care about is that you guys are doing well. And of course I get happy to see you too, but you get the point. If there is... I'm gonna be... Oh, no. I have a feeling that if there's special stuff here, I'm gonna be missing all of it. I don't have to 100% Gris. I just have to. I have a feeling some of the achievements are gonna be like, find all of that. Whatever those are in certain areas. And if that's the case, I'm out of luck. Linus is unhappy with us. That's right. You're all here, How could you care? You think you can just care about somebody? You dare? This is really cool, by the way. I really like this effect. The bed I can go like this, and I'm upside down again. Ah. I'm gonna be honest though, I do feel like this game could use either a faster movement or like some kind of sprint. Even if it's just like slightly faster. Oh no, and we can't yonder, but you can see me, I guess. But one of them's closer to me and the other's closer to acting, so I think that's the point. Okay, so that's really interesting. Her midpoint is special. Why can't I... Am I just dumb? You can do it immediately after it, but... Yeah, there we go. Okay, but... Dan, there's too many secrets in this. I will not nice. No knife. Thank you for using that, by the way. I figured... I could have some fun with it, and instead of just having it be a flat emote, we could do like one of Twitch's manipulations and make it animated. Yeah. Alien, please go. Rest. Huh? Okay, so I see. That's right. It's damn fish, man. If I go up here... No, there's nothing there. My brain... I know it's upside down, but my brain's just like, no, it's not upside down. Also... Okay, so I just had to not be done. Apparently. Yeesh, man, that was a rough one. It was a really long one, too. I have 2 knife emotes. This was more fitting for Yandere than the other. Yeah, the other one, that is kind of weird. That's kind of more like a mischievous one. I guess, yeah, now that you say it, mine does fit the Yandere thing very well. Okay. Other side time. And I'm lost immediately already. How do... Okay, I can just go up. I think that's probably a way out. There's supposedly supposed to be 7 of those secrets here. Okay. Anna? Is that Anna as in Anna the Witch? As in... the beloved Anna? And everything I think is cool, Mike. I'm like, oh yeah, I found something. No, it's too obvious. It's too obvious, so it's, oh, there's one. Just, how do I reach it is the question, I think. Best switch might be love Anna. Stana the Ammon. Okay, I get it. I think I get it. How are you supposed to get over to that water? I guess we'll find out later. Maybe we go this way instead. I feel like I just missed a lot of things, but... Olivia, this is all very confusing. That just keeps getting more and more confusing. Like, I don't know. I guess I'm chasing after... I don't know. That's interesting. If you quickly transfer from water to water, they're fine. No? Interesting. Yeah, there's the cats. I shouldn't have been there. Okay. Time to go back over there because we did all of that and I missed this. I literally just missed the secret again. That tower just didn't jump high at us. Okay. It's all simple. It's all simple to a degree. But the point is, I'm also trying to figure out where I could potentially break the ring, so to say, and find the thing. Like, I think I just missed it there again. Because there's a cube there, and maybe that cube lets you go to the right, and then maybe the right has it. Like, I'm trying to think of this from a multi-directional perspective, I guess. I don't know how to play it. It's hard to explain. I don't know. Maybe I am just late at it from the food. Oh, that went horribly wrong. I don't even know if that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Honestly, I think I'm brain broken. Out of brain power. I'm out of brain power. I can't even... Out of brain power. Okay, hold on. So, get the triangle fish. Do the thing that keeps them. Dash out this way. There we go, okay. So now we're in the damn area, finally, again. Oh, no, that was wrong. I literally just did it again. Oh my god. Please forgive me, guys. I need to get over there, but I don't want to use the bird. That's the trick. Get over there, don't use the bird. Get over there, don't use the birds. I told myself that earlier, and I forgot it. That's what I mean by confusing. I think I'm just, honestly, I think I had, like, a very, very small, non-focal seizure in the middle of this. And it's hitting me Like, I think that's why I'm starting to get a little confused over stuff that you said is really simple. It's just not just... For some reason... So, you know, just be patient with me, I guess. I don't even know where you could find 7 of those things here. Like, I cannot wrap my head around where 7 of them could possibly be. Seven? Like 7. And then we go... Why do I feel like... I... But if that's the case, what's down there? And how do I get the... How do I get the one... This hurts. This hurts my brain so much, and I despise not being able to find collectibles. Like, when I know they're there, but I just can't find out how you get them. It drives me crazy. Like, I can see that right there, but there's no way to get to it. And I know us. Oh my god, it's been a really long time. How have you been? I'm... struggling. Because I saw that. Right. How do I get over there? How do I get to that? And I'm struggling to find secrets in this game, and it's frustrating me because it's maybe it's because I don't have an ability unlocked. Let's just say it's that. It's because I don't have an ability unlocked. So we'll go through it here. We'll just finish this. Oh man, now it's stressing me out. I don't even know what this does. You got a new game to be addicted to? Oh, do tell. I do love hearing about fun games. This game's lovely, by the way. I just want to say that. I love Gris. I loved it since we started it. It's just very... very difficult. It's called Your Only Move is Hustle. I see. I did it again. I wasn't patient. So basically what I have to do is I have to dash to get through here and register the fish, and then I have to pause so that I can dash at the end here. So I have enough space to get there. But then... okay, so... let's just call it on the idea of a secret for now. But actually, because it's down here was... This must... There's 3 dots there, which implies this could be a secret that opens. I think there's a lot to this game that I probably have to wait to the end to do. And I'm trying to, like, do it now, I guess. It's like something... So what would happen if you took something like Super Smash or Street Fighter and made it into a turn-based game? Oh, my controller. My controller disconnected. I have to charge it. There we go. Okay, so what you're telling me is... I can go back here, sing. I can't even sing, or maybe I can sing over here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, so I've been beating my head against a wall for fighter. This is cool. I like this. Now I need to recognize what's in the background too. Which is, oh, it's a little unpleasant. Now I'm just gonna be singing everywhere. I guess specifically singing in places you can stand. Okay. Okay, hold on. It says if you took something like Super Smash Street Fighter and made it into a turn-based game? How does that work? Okay, so I could go that way. I tend to want to fall this way. Guess falling that way was the right answer. I don't know. Some of these things, I don't mind it. I just hope that it's rough when there's collectibles that you can see but you can't access early, and that's just a complaint on my end. Because I like fanatically try to collect things as soon as I see them. So if I can't, then I get kind of obsessed with it. That's like a beetle. And then we're gonna go up and there's gonna be another beetle. And they're gonna hug each other, basically, or something, Harrow. Oh, I have to do it from the other side. What am I doing? Oh my god. It's a fighting game, but every few frames it pauses to let the player choose an action they want to do, making it a lot more about strategies of mechanical skill and remembering cottons. Interesting. That's actually super unique. I like the concept of that. You said it's called Your Only Move is to Hustle. Your only move. Ignore it. I don't know if you did hear that or not. Just ignore it. Interesting. I'm just gonna be singing everywhere, man. I'm gonna obsessively be like, oh, there could be a secret here. Sing. At the end, it replays the entire fight in real time, making it with like two people with superhuman reflexes are fighting. Okay, well maybe I'll have to sneak a peek. Oh, down we go. But I have to redo that whole thing. Please don't tell me I have to redo that whole thing. Like, surely that was required, right? Okay, I'm kind of interested in that now. That you say that it replays the entire fight. I bet that looks super cool. Oh my god, part of me is exhausted and wants to end the stream already. Wait a second. I'm not in water. Oh no, I am in water. I was gonna say I'm not in water anymore. Interesting, so... Wait, so is this saying, like, yeah, you're supposed to go this way? I don't remember. This is... Yosemite... Yeah, I'd love to see it clipped. Okay, so I'm on the other side now. I see, that's how you get to the other side. I don't know what I'm doing now. Actually... Does that mean I can... feel free to DM me. I don't mind. Or you can put it in, like, media in the Discord. Up to you. I need one more? I guess? Yeah, no worries. You can do this. exclamation part Discord if you want to access it from here. My brain broke for a second there, so I apologize for... Yeah, I like putting it in there for that same reason. Wait, what? Why did I slide off? How do I reach that? Using that. But how do I... Oh, I see. Go! Because it disappears with time. No wonder this one had 7, because it's huge. The area is absolutely massive. I remember that part too, because I had to fall down there. Oh my god. The reason this whole area is so janky, I guess, is... for that very reason, apparently. Am I going down there? Wait. Oh my goodness, man. Okay, so I'm going down. Did it add water? Is that what it did? I can't go over there, as it's blocked off. I can't go all the way up. I'll look at it after stream, by the way. I won't do it now. Just because I feel like I'm really close to the end of this. Okay, let's go this way. Either way was fine. To be fair, I was just reading the rules. The rules are pretty simple. Don't question the one you're thinking about right now. Oh, I don't know. Most people, when they read the rules, think about the one that is in be cute, and then they're like, well, what does it mean to be cute? And then it's just a whole conversation, so to say. Can't reach up there, which is... This song goes 5, you might think it does, though. It has to cover the whole thing. What a troubling game sometimes. There should be a role that's just like, be cute or be cute or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I changed it. I don't know, I mess with that stuff all the time. That was fun. It sucks that if you miss that, you'd have to do the whole thing over again. I like lighting up the flowers. I don't even know if that's... I don't think it's important, but I like doing it. Is this finally the staircase that I was thinking of all the way from the beginning? I think it is. No, it's not. Okay, so I have a ton of stuff that I missed. And I think we're about to hit the ends. It's a shame. I feel like the game was a lot more fleshed out in the beginning. Not to be rude, obviously, but I mean, I feel like the game was very heavy puzzle-based earlier, and now it's kind of more platform-based. And I preferred the part where it was like, yeah, you go to this spot, you use that cube, and then you do the next part and stuff like that. I know it's weird, may not be that specific with it, but... Oh, did these ones shrivel over time? Interesting. Or maybe I just never got those ones. I'm pretty sure I did. This whole upside down thing was trippy. Oh, this must be the end of the game. There's no way. Frankly, I'll be shocked. I'm gonna go silent for this. Oh my, that one set me far. Is this... I don't know. The thing has to come back, right? I wonder if we're gonna find a color in here. That's gonna be one of those. You have to embrace it. It's not your enemy. Kind of things like Celeste did. I'll be curious if that's the case. Honestly, this is very pretty. I'm to turn everything colorful. Acceptance? 5th stage? It's so wild to just randomly get an achievement like that. Maybe it's lost. This game is really beautiful. That was Gris. Or is he? I'm a bit sorry. What a beautiful game for how short it was. Being frustrated at the secrets, I should have just kept going. I guess the game's more about... I say it was about depression and whatever, if that was my own thing. Maybe it's more just grief. I guess that's something that only the developers really know unless they said it out loud. You have to appreciate what they did, though. It must have taken so much effort to make this, especially the painted style. And the music. I can't imagine it's easy to find somebody who can sing like that. And you know, honestly, both games deserve to get their full credits watched. I wonder how long it took for the game to be made, like I was saying. I think it was worth it, even just for a short experience. Thank you for playing, thank you for making. Now the question is, after this, am I allowed to go back around and find things, or do I have to find the things? To now load previous chapters in minutes, which, okay, you can load previous chapters, but you can just go around collecting things. Then, well, that was Gris. Then that will be the end of my stream.